Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Moonmoon Sub-Discord Diamond Below Tournament. My name is Secure Hades, and joining me today, he's a little under the weather. I'll let him introduce himself.
I am Snow Hobo, having a decent afternoon. Hope you all are ready for some nice Overwatch action.
Wait, it's afternoon where you are, Snow? Lucky it's 9 o'clock here.
Well, 6, so...
Hey man, 3 years, hours in the past. Pretty good.
I'm 3 years in the past.
Yeah, we have a good old Diamond Below coming back, starting off the new year strong. Get to watch some Diamond shenanigans. Now it looks like the teams are ready to start, so I will be beginning the game now. We will be starting off on the defending side here. Will be the Pachi Literature Club. Don't know where that would have come from. And Bunch of Fruits attacking on Dorado to start us off tonight.
Yeah, Dorado first pick. We've seen a good amount of that if you've been watching OWL or OWL. Some people have been calling it. Look forward to seeing what the Diamond and Below teams are going to be pulling out on this map. Seeing a lot of Widows in competitive recently, a lot of Mercies. This is the Mercy meta currently.
It's always been a Mercy meta.
Still going on forever. Never been out of it.
I mean, I can rant about Mercy a little bit, but...
I think everyone can a little bit. Just a little bit.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Right, just make sure that ping wasn't for me. But yeah, Mercy's an interesting character. Just basically my TLDR is that the res goes against what Overwatch is, like how you play Overwatch. So it's always either A, going to be completely disgusting and always picked, or B, completely useless and never picked. Can't balance the ability.
That's kind of the situation that it's in now, is that a res in a game where like it's mostly oriented around like team fighting. And if you get a pick at the beginning of a team fight and you have an advantage, Mercy just removes all the hard work that you do with one ability.
I mean, you also look at it from a spectator standpoint. Like, you watch that Widow, she claws at the beginning and then gets a sick headshot, and then, Mercy comes in, and, well, that was fun.
Yeah, it also makes, like, things like diving and getting a pick on a support a little bit more useless. Because she's safe behind her team, she can get that res.
Speaking of dive, though, Snow, it does look like the red team here is going to go kind of a dive-ish comp. Winston, D.Va, and Genji coming out. Meanwhile, you have the Orisa on the blue team. But be holding that little top side, Hickey trying to get up there with the Winston diving in, trying to find something, but just teams scattering and not getting any picks. Never mind, Subs is going to go down. That's going to be the first kill of the game. And red team is just slowly pushing through his. Getting through the arch without that much trouble, while the Pachis are just kind of getting obliterated here on this first point.
Yeah, it looks like their attack is a little bit more coordinated with that dive, getting on a target that they want to take out. Not to mention that it looks like Pachi are not going to be running a Mercy on this. They have the Moira Ana instead. Kind of unorthodox combo of supports.
I mean, don't you get the burst healing because you have the Anonade and then Moira is just insane HPS?
Moira I'd use more with like a Lucio for like the AoE and such, but you can also run it pretty well in a dive. She has a lot of mobility as a support with that, you know, immunity dash and all that. She kind of just throws a healing down orb for the team as they all push in.
And this is interesting. D.Va bombed. Actually, I thought she got a kill from that. I was like, wait, what? But no, not going to get anything. Pix and Pachi are sitting up top. They switch the Reaper to kind of stop this D.Va, but there's Hickey. Nano Blade coming out. There's a 1. Can he get the 2? Going to get on Nepsa. Both supports are dead. Where's the Mercy to get them back? And there's attack visor by Monster. Just going to be obliterating. Pachi's going to Wraithform out, but you can't Wraith long enough through the visor. And that is just going to be leaving Saber alive. But it seems like the
if I was Saber, I'd completely get out of there. I wouldn't stick around. Like, as far as they were concerned, they weren't really like noticing you up there. That's a good opportunity to kind of fall back, maybe set up with your team in a bit of a better situation.
Yeah, he could have walked back, or I mean, either that or just suicided earlier, maybe. But we do see they're kind of playing too far up here. I mean, they are going to get out of that, but going to be forced to use their escapes. But oh, this is not good. Just don't want to get caught in that corner over there. We do see the
Coalescence.
Yeah, Coalescence getting popped there, but ooh, Kuma going to get picked onto Tofu, but Sammy does have the Valk up and bring back everyone who just got picked off. And just waiting to see G-Man in the side here, trying to find something. Sprays and D by himself, the DPS support, but not going to find anything, has to break form out. And there's a Diva Bomb, might get 2 here, oh my god!
Yeah, she just used her,
What's
I don't know the name of that
Spectre?
ability. Yeah, Spectre? Or...
I don't want to call it Wraith, because that's Reaper.
No, it's, she will, her version of Wraith form. She
Yeah, let's call it Spectre for...
Yeah, Spectre, I guess. She already used it to get into that position, and the bomb landed right in front of her.
And Monster is on a really good position here. There's the Dragon Blade again. Oh, Hickey dashes into a wall though. Doesn't matter though, because he's going to want Pachi in the back going to pick up G-Man and Modstar. So it's now a 4v4, but we do see Sammy coming for the res, getting Modstar back up, but we do see that most of the fruits have backed off here.
Probably should have saved that res. The team is still regrouping. He would have been up at the same time as G-Man, and he can just sprint back in for the most part. The res might have been more useful in a team fight for them.
Yeah, but for the reset, it could be up by the time they start another fight, and it also gives Modstar some time to get Visor like he has now.
Looks like PX is going to jump in a little bit early there. As we saw, he got taken out. Team might not have been in a position to follow him up. Once he used that jump, he wasn't able to get back over, and he got taken out. Feeding a bit of ult charge, but he's going to be jumping in, getting in on Modstar, and pushing him off his healing zone. Hickey probably looking for an opportunity to dash through, get a bit of ult charge, and use his Blaze.
There's a Valk is getting popped, and oh, actually didn't see Spray yet. It's now Mercy too. So double Mercy. Hickey does have the Nana, but now Blade, it looks like, yeah, 84%, just gonna be trying to chase down Nep subs as he... Oh, the Deadeye on the side, though. Didn't even hear the audio cue, but Sammy's going to pop it out to get them back up here. G-Man's in the back getting Saber and Nep subs, and all of the patches are kind of died. There's a Valk from Spray, but Arm is going to be popping the Diva Bomb by... Oh, good shield by Saber. They're going to keep everyone alive.
Saber saving his Mercy at the last second.
Yeah, good job there. He's going to be
charge.
Arm. And looking like the fruits are going to have to back off here. This last point on Dorado proving to be a very hard nut to crack. Or as you say, or I guess a fruit to crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last point on Dorado is like, it's always so hard because it's like every turn is like another challenge to get up there. It just gives the team such a good opportunity to defend.
There's a lot of opportunities to stop. There's about 3 spots where like they kind of get stopped. There's like right at the door, right on the first corner, and then this last corner is always the slowest pushes. But a quick dive onto Mercy takes her out.
That's 2 people dead. But Pachi going to be popping his ultimate in the back with the Nano. Beyblade coming back, everyone. And it's going to look like it's an even fight so far.
Mercy does have res. I'm not sure if she's going to go for it. She does, and she manages to get it.
She does get it off. G-Man's back here, and PX1 going to be trying to stall his best way. Arm's going to get his mech back, and Saber's coming in, not going to land any charge. He's kind of not where he wants to. Hickey in the back going to be spraying his back up. And now we do see the supports getting zapped by the Winston, and Modstar going to be popping. Oh my god! I actually haven't seen a Maywall be used like that. There's Hickey popping his Death Blossom, and Pachi doing all he can to stall. PX1 is back, but I think this might be it. They're going to get in as Sammy's back, but Saber's going to come in for the last hero charge, but he gets instantly obliterated, and that is the first round. Fruits finish it with 1 minute and 10 seconds left on that clock.
They managed to push it all the way.
Pretty good, because again, it's actually looking pretty bad for him at the end.
Having about a minute 10 seconds is pretty good considering how it usually goes into overtime on this map right at the end. So having a bit of time in the bank might prove a bit useful for them.
Yeah, I mean, any time you can get in this game is pretty good. Because well, first off, they finished it, so now if they can prevent the Pachis from finishing the map, they automatically win. If it does, they'll guaranteed have more time and overtime to work with.
Yeah, it's definitely the Team Fruit's game to lose here with the bit of an advantage they have right now.
Yeah, but I don't know, Snow. We haven't seen the Pachis attack. They might just not have like the kind of team that defends really well.
I'm just saying that they really set it up for themselves for the Pachis to have kind of an uphill battle here. They have all the opportunity to set up a very strong defense, something to kind of like wear them down, slow as much as possible, and they can use a bit of strategy and team play to kind of wear that time out as much as possible.
And Fruits are definitely rocking a comp that can try to grind them out on this first point. They got that Ryan shield. Only thing else I think this comp could maybe use to try and grind this first point is the Orisa. But they got the Soldier, Fair Mercy, and then to keep them up. So they can definitely try. Like, I would say this is a pretty good comp to try and hold this first point. Not that, like, the best idea, because this point's pretty easy to lose. You only have the Arch really to hold on.
We see Monster switching over to Pharah on defense. Seeing as they have a Bastion and a Widowmaker, that he might not be ready for this.
Yeah, Bastion Widow. I thought that they were trolling, so I didn't mention it. But yeah, that shield's going to go down. Mod's trying to find something, but he can't get through Saber's shield. And the sneaky hug, PX1, he's looking for something. They are going to find him. Arm's going to...
he missed the hook, though.
Yeah, they are going to find him, but they're going to get down. But we do see the Zarya is fighting off Saber down there, and we do see...
Monster does take out Bastion, and then takes out Mercy, who actually goes for the red.
And Mods are doing a lot of work. Pachi's back up, trying to find some angles, but Reiner's doing a good job shielding his team. PX1 is antied, and he's going to go down. And looking like they're going to stop that first push, and it's going to be hard with this Bastion. Bastion really, in these kind of comps, good when he can get on the card, but bad otherwise.
Yeah, if you can set up ahead of time, you get that surprise. You don't want the Bastion to stop because he's going to have to get into a position that's useful for him. Once he has to, like, stop and remove, and his team is kind of separated, you see things like that, where it just gets taken out.
Yeah, Kuma in the back, going to get 2 picks back to back. Saber charges in and misses everything. So there we go. We have the Zarya.
Oh, it's hammer time.
Yeah, hammer time coming down. Actually, it's not. She's only going to get 1 off of that grab, but Saber's in the back here. Hickey's going to get nanoed before Tofu goes down from PX1. And we do see the Ryan's having a hammer off, but it does look like that is going to be the Patches game, the first point.
And Pachi, probably a preemptive.
You see the tanky be a tank. Come on, Snow. But ooh, good pick by PX1. But he didn't shoot. He melee first, and Matsu is going to live off of that. PX1 going to have to trundle his way back to his team after that very sad hook. But overall, very good first push by the Pachis here. They're going to keep with this Bastion, not that they've had time to go back. Surprised that Mutt starts selling on Pharah, though.
Yeah, especially the Widow is still around. It's a little bit more open for Widow on this point. We actually see Tofu challenging Kuma on the far right.
That's
Rocket Barrage up close.
Oh, good sleep by Nepsa. But there's the Shadow coming up. Arm's going to get a really good tag visor position there. But Saber's in the back. Trying to pull up, I guess, a Ninja Assassin or something. Ninja Assassin.
It's just PX1, and then there goes Kuma on the back line.
Wait.
Does take out Monster.
What is this?
He was going around for flank. Gets hit by a fire strike.
It's like, what's that one sport? Crap. I can't think of it anymore.
I'm gonna need a description for it.
It's a... I can't think of it at the top of my head where you shoot the targets with a clay like disc with a shotgun. Ski shooting. That's what I was thinking of with the Reinhardt fire strike.
They are really dedicated to using this Bastion, switching over to a
really
soldier.
Likes it. Hang on, what skin is he using? Is that the Gladiators or is that the Halloween skin?
That is the Halloween skin.
Okay. But yeah, they really like
Gladiators
this.
have emblems on the side and not red eyes.
There's a grab coming. I'm gonna get Pachi and the Mercy.
And
Oh,
that's
that's
hammer
just
time.
dirty. Yeah. I mean, we didn't get to see the hammer down, but he just smacked away at them.
PX1 did manage to land a hook on Sammy out of the air, but he was unfortunately had to reload, so he didn't get that shot off on the Valk.
Yeah.
Mercy.
PX not doing the best job. I think he did that earlier too when he hooked whatever it's called, Mod Star out of the air.
Yeah,
He
not being aware of his landing the hooks, not being aware of
Yeah.
like ammo.
No, I can tell you, I've played a lot of Hog in my day. The most disappointing thing is landing the hook onto someone you need to land the hook on, and sadly having to walk away and reload your gun.
You know, then you can just if you have whole hog up, you just point blank
Yeah.
whole hog them. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's like I'm already committed to this, but we were talking about it earlier. Monster has switched off and gone to the Genji instead of the Pharah, and
We'll do a bit better versus Orisa, you know, the Bastion, who just seems to be firing at them.
and Pachi's
Rage
still
in
on
his
it.
eyes. Yeah,
Miss-
Pachi's still on. He's still
misses
on
the
it, trying to
cart.
get on the cart.
Have you seen Nano coming out?
Oh,
There we go.
that-
Nano
oh.
tank though. Gonna be picking up the Nepsnuts again. Nepsnuts not having a good game here. Monster versus Pachi battle of the Nanos, but Pachi's gonna win in the
Oh
end.
man, there's that broken ability, resing all the work, 2 ultimates used, brought back to life by 1 ability.
I mean, it's better than like I don't know 5 ultis than one res.
Yeah, but such high.
Oh my god,
Okay.
G-Man done
said-
with Pachi's stuff. He's gonna just hammer down on him, and they're gonna be lasering down Nepsnuts. He's just gonna take it and spray, trying to float his way away, but just not gonna land. It's looking the salt on this last point, and we already talked about how hard the third point here on this map is snow, and they only have a minute on the second point. I think you only get a minute 30 if you overtime on the second point as well. So
They're way too dedicated to using that Bastion strat. They probably would want to switch up to something a little bit more that
No,
doesn't
no,
need
don't
that-
don't let your memes be dreams, okay? They want the Bastion to work. I mean, we have seen it do something, but you're right when we just see Modstar keep getting onto him. I mean, we've seen G-Man consistently just walk up and slap him around. So maybe it's time to switch up. We do see that Saber has switched off the Ryan and gone to this Orisa. Don't know if it's going to work out better. But Arm going to be popping the visor, just going to have so many good angles, going to get onto the Mercy. There we go. Kuma actually pops his instead. And there's the Nano grab going to be coming out instead. But G-Man just, as usual, up there to just slap away. But there's the Nano coming in right him. But he's just getting knocked up and he finally goes down. Spray Sammy, I mean, is going to be popping Valk. And that's the
There goes
Pachi playing up.
Pachi. Yeah, he swapped over to the Junkrat.
But a little bit too late on that. That's 2 seconds left, and it's looking like this first game is going to go over to the bunch of fruits.
Play of the game.
Oh
Ah,
no, it's gonna be a
good.
double res. I know it.
Good old Mercy play of the game.
1 res, 2 res.
Res. I get a 3.
And then healing.
Good old Mercy play of the games. How I missed them. Alright, let me get the map pull up again 1 sec.
Excellent.
The next set of maps going to be Control. And Pachi once again gets the choice of Lijiang, Nepal, and Ilios.
Wait, doesn't it switch teams or?
No, the losing team gets to pick the map.
Okay.
So far, it seems like a bunch of fruits coming out to play. They're showing up for this with a bit of strategy and gameplay in mind for what they're going to do through this tournament.
They just showed a lot of coordination with that first dive comp they were running on attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they, set up scrims ahead of time, practice for this.
Because I've played a little bit collegiate Overwatch with kind of a diamondish team, and I can tell you right now, the hardest part about getting them to about running dive with them is just getting coordination going. Like you dive, you have to hit the same target, make sure you get the burst, and then you kind of just snowball from there. And they were getting that, especially on that first point where they just broke apart Pachi's defense that they were holding up top.
Yeah, for the most part, you want to kind of get on the low mobility support like a Zenyatta or an Ana if they have it.
I don't want the pick size, so I don't want King of the Hill.
No.
Yeah.
Let me just check the setting. Yep, score to win 2. Everything is set up.
But we are going on to Control, plays a lot differently than good old Escort that we know and love. What do you think this is going to help out the Pachis from what we've seen, Snow? Or, I mean, we did see, again, a lot of coordination, and divey champions work very well on King of the Hill maps.
I think Pachis, depending on the maps that they get, whether it's Well, Lighthouse, or Ruins, I feel like Ruins might have a bit of advantage for Pachis. They do have a Widow player and such.
Yeah,
but
Kumar was getting some pretty good picks on that first point of Dorado as well.
Yeah, but Modstar was able to kind of get on him a bit. He's seems to be a capable Genji, and looks like
he seems like capable of everything.
Waiting for players for some reason.
Good old custom maps. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Starting off on Lighthouse though, which is probably I mean, I'm not a big fan of Ilias, I'm not gonna lie, but probably my favorite of the 3.
Yeah. Might be Modstar's chance to. Didn't he have he played Pharah? This would be a good opportunity for him to do so. See the Hogs coming out. The Hogs, Orisa.
Surprised though, I know Lucian's not the most meta thing, but still pretty good in the Lighthouse fights, especially if you can get on the side and boot someone off the edge that they're not paying attention to.
Yeah, maps like this and
but nope.
Nepal are.
Yeah, Nepal. Good old Nepal.
Lucio stops being a support and becomes a fragger.
So boop god. But now, good old Ana Mercy Resident Sleeper.
A lot of burst healing.
Lots of burst healing. We do see that both teams are actually kind of going a different style. G-Man's going to be going on that Rhine, while Pachi is not going to be running one at all. Going to go Winston Orisa, and also going to be having that Reaper, which will actually help a lot on this like close quarters fight.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing too many Zenyatas from either of these teams. He's pretty meta support currently to run alongside Mercy. Being able to kind of defend himself works well. Like, he does a lot of damage. Like, I think it's like 70-something damage on a headshot. That's about the same amount of damage as McCree.
We do see that Bunch of Fruits already just kind of starting to roll off. Modstar going to get the early pick off onto Kuma, and going to be getting some more picks. Same is going to be rezzing up Hickey on the side. But we do see Patches get on the point first.
Oh, Tofu goes off the edge. No rezzing from that. But Nep is a bit out of position. Unfortunately, Kuma comes from the backline, takes out Sammy on the Mercy.
Oh my
and
God,
there goes once again off the map.
Man, it was looking like it was going to be Fruit's favorite there, but Patches has managed to get a lot of pulls off to the good old Bay of Death.
Now, they do have a McCree and an Ana that can deal with it, but a Pharah might be pretty good for the rest of their team. Zarya is pretty slow. Tank. Orisa's always going to be kind of sitting behind that shield. If they kind of group up behind that, you can land some rockets on a big portion. You get a lot of ult charge. Not to mention they're going to have to be playing around the point, so their ultimate usage is going to be important here. Like that,
Speaking
gets
of
a
ultimates,
max 3-man.
Yeah, Pachi going to be pulling the trigger pretty good. Something I have noticed that the Pachis are doing is they are not afraid to use their advantage. They got a pick early on in that fight. Forget who was on, but immediately we saw Nep start diving in along with Pachi, start pushing them around because they know 5v6. Oh, we got the advantage here, and then leads to Pachi pressing that good old Q button, picking up 2 kills from that. So they are about to win this. The Fruits have to do something. 78%. This is most likely going to be the last fight. Speaking of doing something, Monster, Nano Blade, going to get the Mercy right off the bat. Kuma's going to go down. Can he get a third Saber going to go down? Nep's going to get Nano. Yeah, 3-man Blade. Nep's trying to push everyone back. We do see the Diva's on point trying to stop this Reaper. But Nep is going to get Tofu before he finally goes down, and looks like Fruit's going to be going in. Patch is trying his best, but he is going to run out of Wraith form, and 99%, and the Fruits are going to hold this. But one lost fight, and they lose this round.
Yeah, they're going to have to stay on that point. They don't want any back capping or anything like that. Shouldn't be afraid to push the advantage, but ooh. That would not have been the right call if they just wanted to reset the match. If anything,
that's the only thing I can think of. There's the grab.
They might have been really big confident. The grab was
deflects the Deadeye back! Kuma's gonna get
the res.
Now, good old Res coming in to clutch there.
G-Man is here once again and asleep.
Honestly, Valkyrie and get everyone back up, but they have to get on the point here. They're about to lose overtime. Okay, they're rushing onto the point now. Spray is going to lose his Valk, so he's not going to have this, but this is really good for Reaper. Hickey's going to be full energy and zapping people away. Pachi's trying his best, but he's the only one left on point as Kuma and Spray are pushed off. They kind of just need to get out of this, but Hickey's just going to run up to Spray and zap him down.
Good defense from Fruit over here, like a bunch of Fruit, able to recap the point after losing it because they got on fast enough. And we do see that Tofu swapped over to Zenyatta. They're gonna have a lot of healing coming out from the Transcendence and a lot of damage. A Orisa with a Discord Orb and a Reaper right up in her face. That's gonna be, her health is not gonna last much longer.
And we do see that Tofu's about to get his ult. Pachi has his, so they now have an answer to Pachi just kind of walking up and pressing Q. They can press Q of their own. Now, there's a grab coming out kind of early though. There's the old dip. Tofu's going to pop his through the passing, but Kuma's up. Going to only pick up Modstar, but Modstar and Hickey picked up 4 from that. Spray's trying his best, not even going to get the res off. But this might be their game. 87%. They're going to have to rush back. Can they get there in time? Nep's trying to do his best. He does Primal Rage. He's going to be jumping back.
A little bit of a stall there.
He's going to get on there. But he's got the rest of the team, and he is going to go down. That's going to give Pachi enough time to kind of get over here. But kind of stalls on the wall. Don't know what, but he's going to pick up a kill. There's a Val coming out by Sammy. And he's going to go down there. Saber, PX1, and Spray are trying to get their backs in, but Saber's going to lose his neck. And this is not looking good. And in fact, it's not for Pachis as they lose this first point to the Fruits after a really demanding first part of that round.
Yeah, they held it all the way up to 99%. I don't even think they really touched it until it got to about 80, where they kind of brawled it out on the point, and it seemed like Fruit kind of pulled back and managed to take control, and then they just kind of held it from there. Like, saw really quick fights. However, it was a lot of complete like stomp of the attacking forces all times. We see Monster swapping it over to Widow here, and Hickey on Hanzo. We got the double sniper.
I wouldn't say double. I wouldn't say double sniper smart on this point, but like a Widow, pretty
a Widow
good.
is Widow can be useful. Hanzo can be useful, but I wouldn't use both.
Yeah, I would say both at the same time. But they do have the Pharah, and Monster's gonna be able to deal with him. But we do see them kind of duking out. Kuma versus Monster. Monster gonna come out on top. And that's gonna
just
be 3
barely.
picks right off the bat.
That was
Sammy almost gets pulled into the pit of death, but good thing about Mercy, the good old float, gonna float right back onto the edge there.
Honestly, with that Widow versus Fair fight, that was all of Kuma's to win. Like Kuma had like close range, 2 rockets will take her out. And sitting a bit far back on the line of sight, does get the pick off onto Mercy.
Modstar did get the Kuma picked off Modstar, but he's gonna get spray in retaliation. Sammy gonna be bringing Modstar back as well. So what happened to Hickey? Guess he got sniped,
and then Winston jumped on.
Good. We see round 2, Modstar versus Kuma. He's gonna pick it up before Neps subs comes in. But we do see Pachi trying to push in on this Freebird, loving it, and there's the Beyblade coming in. G-Man not popping Defense Matrix fast enough, and that's going to be a quick changeover for the Pachis here. Good thing to note, if they lose this point, they are out of the tournament, as they are currently down 0-1 on this best-of-3 set.
But if they do take this, it will go over to Ruins, and one last chance to redeem themselves.
I mean, this is also the Pachis like map to win. I mean, while Death's kind of memeing, their team's memeing, but Tofu with the
really
early, early. You can't really use it like a sound barrier where you start a fight with it, but I just see red in the kill feed here. It's Snow.
Yeah, it's more of a reaction, like you see or you hear like a nano visor coming off or a nano blade. You really just want to save it for a reaction rather than kind of an initiation.
Well, because the thing is, it's not like the difference between that and sound barrier is the sound barrier is a shield that goes away, whereas Transcendence is just healing. So you want to use a shield before it's used up, therefore you start the fight when all the damage is about to come in. But if you use Transcendence, like if there's no damage coming in, you're kind of just wasting it. But we do see this like left side fight. Don't really exactly know what happened there, but Nepsa's trying to get in the back here. Sammy's actually caught out by himself. Gonna have to pop Valk, but he pops Valk and then dies. That is not something you want to do, and they're gonna have to win this without the Valk. And we do see that Nep is pushing everyone away. And G-Man's the only one in the fruits on point right now.
Keeping his teammate alive. Knows he needs him for this fight, but it looks like Kuma is going to just be laying down a lot of damage from range.
Yeah, Kuma's actually been pretty uncontested in the back point here. Only when Mod used to deal with him on the Widow, but he switched to McCree. But they have to get on this point, 97%. Hickey's the only one left. Sammy's going to get immediately sniped! And Hickey's about to die. Pachi's going to be ulting his way out. And we do see Tofu, the combat Zenyatta, but Diva Bomb's about to come down. No shields to block this, and the fruits are going to be off the point. No one nearby. G-Man's going to get stopped right before he gets on the point. And is going to go over to the Pachis here. We're going to go on to a game round 3 here, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, depending on the maps that they get in rotation, Kuma seems to be pretty capable with that Widowmaker, especially versus Modstar, but this is the token Widowmaker map. Lots of long sights, lots of high ground to get up on, a lot of angles to kind of keep watch over.
The thing is, Snow, we saw that Modstar was able to outsnipe Kuma almost every one of their like fights. It's only that he was getting pressured by Nep as well.
Yeah, Nep was putting too much pressure on him. If they had something like, they had like Modstar on Widow and maybe like a Tracer or a Genji, and that's an early snipe.
I was just hyping Modstar up and he gets immediately sniped a Kuma.
Yeah, I mean, he's worrying too much about the Widow, and then he's getting jumped on by Winston. If Mercy was able to coordinate, kind of get the healing, he was able to use his grapple a little bit more defensively to reposition a bit more, and not worry about sniping the other Widow. I feel like they'd have a way more of an advantage here.
Well, the thing is, like, when you have like 2 Widows, they kind of have to deal with each other because, like,
not necessarily. I'm a Widow main, and if you have someone on your team that can just deal with the other Widow, and you can just focus on laying on big damage. But there is always, like, you will always have the situation where you're gonna have to, like, deal with the other Widow. Say, the person that you want to defend. And it looks like a good grab comes out and gets people.
That was a really fast grab.
That came out of nowhere. During my spiel.
Yeah. Spray's going to get two people back up, but Hickey's going to be pushing in. But that was a really good grab to get everyone back in. He's actually going to get nanoed. The Zarya that is, but that Winston Bubble going to keep everyone white. But hey, that Winston Bubble's dead. G-Man's going to ult. He's going to be smacking away on Nep there. Nep's going to try to get back. And Monster's back on the Widow from Kree. Don't know what he's doing here. Combat Widow is not kind of what you want to do. Trying to get on the Pachi. He actually is. And it's only Nep subs on the point here. Monster's still just sitting there. And Nep's going to ult to just bat him away. And he's going to be jumping back to safety. 64% is what the Apaches are going to get before Fruits finally get it back. And I don't know how I feel about them switching to Pharah with an active Widow.
Yeah, I mean, like if they had a Genji or a Winston or something along those lines to kind of deal with Kuma and even Ana for the most part, because both those guys are very good at getting on the low mobility Ana.
Oh, speaking of low mobility Ana.
Yeah, there she goes. Like I said, Winston just jumps right on top of her, and there's not a whole lot she can do. Sleep dart is down, or she used her amp healing. And another very fast.
Oh, the Pachi on the Patterson cube right there, but oh my god, kill feed, it's so confusing. He is going to go down as well, but Saber is left on point. Mod's going to have to get on there to stop the cap, and it's just him and Sammy. Sammy's not going to be able to heal him up, and he's going to have to fall back 47% with the Fruits. They're not going to have much time to push onto us, maybe 2 at best more fights from them.
Honestly, I'd really like it if Kuma kind of pushed up to the second pillar over here, the broken pillar in the middle, because you can look through the
tree.
Yeah, you can look through the tree right for where like 2 lines of sight where they're going to be pushing, and yeah, if you get them off a spawn, that's just even more time you're getting for your team.
And Arm's trying to deal with.
Yeah, quick snipe reaction. He gets Armaldor right out of the air.
Yeah, Kuma definitely showing off his Widow on this map, but G-Man showing off his Shatter skill is going to get Saber pinned against the wall. And Pachi trying to find something in the back here. He's going to get anti, but in the back, there goes Sammy to Kuma. Monster's going to pick up Kuma instead. Nep's going to get nanoed, and he's trying to zap down G-Man, but that's not going to do anything. Meanwhile, Monster on the Genji like he talked about, Snow trying to kill Saber while he doesn't have a mech. PX1's going to go down on an Ana, but this Mercy is not going to get contested on the heal. And it is a 3v5, it looks like. Arm's just on this Tracer trying to stall, but it does look like we're going to go to a game 3, Snow.
That we are. If only, like, yeah, if they had switched to, like, the Genji maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a Winston to kind of deal with a lot of the pressure that's going on. We saw the shatters coming out, but they weren't really getting anything off of it. Like,
yeah. It didn't seem like it was coordinated very well, and we did see
he used their own grab against them. Just they all wanted to group up on him.
Right, it's good strat there. I also think that, I think in those fights, Spray tended to not get as focused as Sammy did, because it seemed like he was just able to get consistent rests off during it, and that's what I was always confused during those fights, because I was like, wait, didn't they get like 4 people dead and like all of them are back now? Yeah, so definitely think that he was getting a lot more value out of that Mercy than Sammy was.
Yeah, Sammy was just being targeted down for the most part.
Snow, are you ready? Because it's our favorite part of the tournament. Time for the good old assault maps.
Can't wait for this stall games to go on and on. I believe Bunch of Fruits gets the pick of the map.
Don't know if you said the maps while I was typing them up, but on our good old assault map pool, we got Horizon, Lunar Colony, Volskaya, and Anubis. Volskaya being my favorite map in the game. Hopefully they'll pick it. Seeing good old... okay, cool. They're picking Volskaya.
I'm a big fan of King's Row myself. Not
cool
because Everyone would pick King's Row.
Wonder why? It's almost as if it's a good map.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's just well made. There's flanking routes, there's high ground, there's choke points to defend.
It's kind of the same with Gibraltar, not to the same degree, but that's why like you always hear memes that Gibraltar and Kings Row are the most picked maps. Again, quick check. Red team is attack, blue team is defending, right?
Correct.
But yeah, that's why you always see like a King's Row Regiment Sleeper, because I mean they're gonna pick it because it's a good map, and 2CP everyone loves it because it's a balanced, fun
game mode. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
especially with Mercy being able to revive people from dead.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So like again, this might be a little bit tangent in my, but I was watching like the Overwatch. I was watching the first day of Overwatch League, and it was the I forget who the Seoul Dynasty versus the first time. I think it was the Gladiators.
No, they went against Gladiators today. They went against Fuel.
Oh, Fuel. So when they versus Fuel, and they played Anubis, and I was watching that Anubis game. I was so drained after watching that game because it was just like okay, 2 minutes, time to switch over. Oh, another 2 minutes, finish. Okay, time to switch over. Oh, again 2 minutes. Yeah, I was like, geez, this game's just gonna go on forever.
You gotta imagine like what the players are going through too. Like,
I know.
Like in their day, they play probably like hours on end of practice in Overwatch. But yes, I've been following Overwatch League I've been following Overwatch League very closely. I gotta keep my fantasy teams, you know.
They have fantasy of this now?
Yeah, they have fantasy league. Fleta from Seoul is gonna carry my team, I swear.
Dude, Fleta was popping off when I was watching it. What's your what are your thoughts about the first couple days of it, Snow? I haven't got a chance to watch most of it.
I was a big fan of Gladiators, but Fuel, you know, I got a lot of players that are close to my heart.
Fortunately, streamers.
Yeah, the stream team, pretty much. Like, but honestly, I think Dynasty is hop aboard the Korean hype train. Dynasty's probably the strongest team in the league right now.
I think that's said without a doubt. They're the Koreans, so obviously they're gonna. I mean, they have Ryo Juhong, the Anna God himself, playing all as Zenyatta from what I saw.
Yeah, he was playing May today.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Ooh,
one support, good hook, and Saber's gonna land on that trap. Be trapped there for a little bit. Gets D-Mech. Might halt a bit of the push here. Here comes the res. We do have the Reinhardt back.
No, the double flashbang, but Mott's are going to be flexing his McCree stuff onto him. Something I actually just realized, we haven't seen that much of the God Rat.
No, we haven't. I'm surprised. Like,
yeah, Hickey's gonna be good. I mean, we saw a little from Pachi after he switched off the Bastion on Dorado, but this, other than this is like the first like actual pick of the Rat, and surprising too, because I mean we always see Moon cry about it in his games, but it's kind of stupid.
Yeah. You know, we should give him another mine. He's not strong enough.
Not strong enough. You know, his grenades, they kind of need more radius on their explosion. I just don't think they're covering enough area.
I don't know. If we want to talk about balancing, I think he should take damage from his own grenades. That way he can't get, like, in the face of someone.
I know most of you don't spend time in bronze, but it's pure. Chunk is pure cancer.
But no, I can't remember where I heard it. I just think that you should be rewarded for aiming. So like for junk, it's if direct hits more, but if you get like a collateral or like an area explosion, it should do less.
Yeah,
that's where he still has this like stupid damage, but like he at least has to aim instead of like hit.
Yeah, you saw what Hickey did. He was point blank on a Mercy, and he's not getting like punished for that.
I mean, he just got punished by Kuma for walking out of the territory. But he's gonna get anti-punished by Mercy. Hey, look, she's fixing all our mistakes. But no.
One thing that is interesting is PX1 is actually on support now. They do not have him on tank anymore. Quick team swap, a little bit of a missed jump from Nep is gonna be the end of him. Being rezzed back, however.
I think he's on the side. Surprised he didn't die from Pachi just switching around, but he's just gonna
Monster is just doing work here. In the
What's this
high
then?
noon.
Yeah.
Stops.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god, God. They had families, my dude. But,
Yeah, he's just an animal.
yeah, Mod's definitely the the carry offense hero on the fruits here. He's done so much work in these three rounds so far. I mean, we've seen his.
I mean, yeah, as long as the good old Winston, the scientist, is not jumping on his Widow, he did pretty well. Not bad.
But like, it's also like his pool. Like we've seen him play Widow, we've seen him play McCree, we've seen him play Genji, we've seen him play Pharah.
Soldier, a little bit there, yeah.
They usually give Arm that, but Mod, like he's just shown that he has a really good pool. I mean, for a diamond player, that's pretty freaking good. He's gonna get picked. Oh my god, the shatter!
Arm is getting some really good hooks here. Ooh,
But that's a really good
well
defense.
placed.
Oh, that's gonna get two.
That's a
three.
really well placed. The Reinhardt not able to shield it. The team goes down, but it's not a lot
Hey,
of
look,
team
Saber's
force.
gonna pop out. Oh, he ran out of time to get the res off, so he's gonna actually have a dead Valkyr. I actually didn't realize the timer though, but the Pachi just don't have much time to get this first point. 20 seconds, so now they just have to stop. We do see the rest of the fruits coming back from spawn, so not going to have much time. Nep's going to land a charge on the G-Man, but he's kind of deep, and there's a rat coming back. 5v6, Spray is nowhere near able to get that res off. Picks one cob up on the side, but Mod's going to choke it, but doesn't matter. But there's the Deadeye coming out, going to pick off two again. Pachi tries the Q.
And then there's Tofu just landing those quick shots, taking him out mid Death Blossom, and it looks like round one is going to go over to, I'm going to say, the Fruits definitely had the
That's very
better team in
convincing.
this situation.
I mean, again, we were talking about it a lot, but they didn't have a rat, so they can't. Like, you have to have damage, or you have to have some like very coordinated push to get through a rat. And they were just able to sit there. We didn't see Pachi's try to do any kind of coordinated push. It kind of just sat in front of the choke trying to like just damage him, but you obviously can't out damage a rat.
No. Pharah might have a little bit of like a chance. Like she definitely wins versus 1v1 versus the Junkrat. But in the amount of raw damage outputted in the team fight, Junkrat's got it.
And Pharah also has that big like area to work with, because obviously like one of her biggest strengths is how she has so much space with her rocket pack to move around the map with.
They also Pachi's did have a diva to kind of eat a bit of that spam, but she wasn't being selective on when to eat it. Like she'd eat it before they pushed, and then she'd be out of a matrix, not having that kind of good defensive front line to be the, spear the shield, or the head of the you know what I'm saying, head of the spear.
Yeah.
That one.
She should have spearheaded the assault, but she was just kind of
Yes. She was
like, again,
eating the spam from around a corner, where like it wasn't really having much risk.
it kind of just goes back into like they kind of never coordinated to push. They had the Lucio at the beginning too, could have speed boosted. They did the sound barrier at like the weirdest time when they had the Lucio. So Pachi's just like 2CP is very easy if you can just like be like, okay, let's all push now, and it just kind of seemed like they never said that. But they might be able to get the full hole again, and then we get the draw, which will be fun. But I don't think the fruits are going to do that. But Arm's going to get hooked, but instantly going back off of the defense matrix, going to fall back. But it looks like the Pachis aren't just going to hold this choke that well. Hickey's just spamming away, but he's got it by himself. But meanwhile, Mod's on the side here trying to get Kuma. And G-Man going to be doing what Modstar hates getting done to him, going to get onto that Widow. He's going to go back, but he's going to get picked off in the air by Kuma. Kuma just showing that his Widow is pretty good. I mean, obviously, like, good old Widow mains and Diamond, everyone loves them, but Kuma actually shows that he knows what to do on Widow. Did I lose yourself?
No, you're fine. I'm just kind of like assessing the situation. We got a Pharah on defense, which is kind of odd. Junkrat might be more useful for them, but I don't think Pachi plays it too much. But he is getting those shots, landing two quick shots on third.
Playing Junkrat, Ella Giggle.
They have sights up currently. They would be a bit safer, just kind of like not really take the spam right now that's coming out at them.
Spam, Hickey going to get the tire onto PX1, but he's going to get picked off himself. And Mercy's just going to be resting them all back up. Like nothing ever happened. 2 minutes left for them to push in here. I mean, I was joking about the full hold again and we get a draw, but...
It's the caster's curse.
Yeah, I mean, I should learn not to open my mouth.
Yeah, I can't make any comments about the current game.
You say it's going to happen, it happens. You say it's not going to happen, it happens. Good old caster's curse, it knows no bounds.
They know exactly what you don't want to see, and it happens.
Exactly. But, no, you're right about your earlier points, though, where, like, they're kind of just taking unneeded spam going in. And I said about the Pachis, and it looks like Fruits are having the same problem. They just need to know when to say go. Like, they're just sitting there.
And
like,
in this kind of situation, might just go. Yeah, there you go. You need someone to try to, maybe a support, to kind of really force your team to go in. If everyone's being a little safe, it's like, hey, I have this big zone of healing keeping you alive. Time to go.
Speaking of which, Pachi going to be pressing that Q button on the fair, but he's going to go down, and all the team went down. So as I said,
that's what you really need. You just need that support. You just really need that support. Who's like, all right, I'm getting kind of bored here. Let's go, team. Like,
and bored he was. Going to be getting that first point, obviously, since Pachi's never touched the point. Only needed the first checkpoint on it, and that is going to be a bunch of Fruits continuing on to the... What round are we? Like semis or quarters?
This is the first round of the only team in round 1.
Yeah.
We have...
Goes on to quarters next, it looks like.
Yes. It looks like we already have one team that's already played their second round, which would have been the first for them. So currently what it looks like is 200 milligrams is versing off of Lonely But Searching. And Pixel Hype has managed to beat out Dry Lemons.
Dry Limes.
Dry Limes, sorry, Dry Limes. They managed to beat out Dry Limes, and they're waiting for this next match, which we're going to be watching over, which is Wet Lemons versus Bunch of Fruits.
Yep, Wet Lemons has shown... I've casted them, my 2 dabs I've casted before, always showing up, always make it pretty far in the tournament, always giving us some good matches. So I believe...
I mean, before we even had Diamond and Below, they were a team that would play in the Open. So they definitely have a team history. And from what I'm looking at, it looks like Frost Wolves beat out God Y, and they are also waiting for the matchup between 200 MG versus Lonely But Searching.
Right. But I believe we'll be taking a break as we get the next game set up. Is that correct, Snow?
Yes, we're going to take a short break, a little bathroom break for you viewers out there. And once we are back, we're going to jump right into this next match of Wet Lemons versus Bunch of Fruits.
Well, see you guys soon.